And round one is about to begin, so once it starts, it'll start going. Here we go. Dun 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 dun. And load. There we go. Okay. So here we are, round one. I would like to play first. Yes, I've got these sound effects, that's fine. Okay, so we have basically everything but the giant spell. I think I'm just gonna keep this hand. We draw a blue sword, we can gifts Ungiven for 2 giant fatties. And just yield till end of turn. Oh, turn off auto yields. I was supposed to cast a Putrid Imp there. That's fine. All we need to do is just draw a giant fatty, play a Putrid Imp, and then move on with our life. Blue mana. Ho ho. Black Lotus. Seems good. So what do we have to beat? Turn 1, Tolerand. Not that bad actually, considering what's happening here. Just gotta cast a Putrid Imp. Move on. So this is an interesting set of events. Can we beat turn 1 Tolerand? Now our deck doesn't have that much removal, so it's not that impressive. Yeah, we'll take 2. Well, there's a mountain at least, so that's good. We just need a blue source, and then we can cast gifts. We're good. So if we draw an island or any of our fetch lands, because all of our fetch lands fetch for blue, we're in pretty good shape. We'll be able to cast Tezzeret or Dak, whatever else we need, and then set up the Reanimate or the Necromancy. Lodestone Golem. Now we could discard Lodestone Golem and reanimate it. Question is how greedy do I want to go into blue-black? Probably control. It'll make my own gifts Ungiven worse. It also has us take 4, which is not exactly what I want. Oh, is he trying to cast a spell? Disfigure. So I'll just discard my Lodestone Golem now. Okay. So Tolerant himself doesn't have flying, so we'll at least stop that. Let's just reanimate Lodestone Golem. I did target the correct one. Yes, I did. Shoo. Don't wanna misclick on camera. Unfortunately, not having blue is kind of punishing us here. And if we draw a blue source, then we can Gifts Ungiven and get Inkwell Leviathan, and that'll probably beat him. So he's mana leaking, mana drain. Sure. So he gets to add 1 mana to his mana pool, which arguably is just probably going to be good enough. Since I don't think we're recovering from this, unfortunately. Black Lotus is, in fact, a good card. And we don't have a Wrath or anything. No Elish Norn to reanimate, unfortunately. So it seems like it's blue counters and all this fun stuff. Let's see, getting Gristlebrand might be okay, since Captain Gristles has lifelink. Might be able to do that. Let's see, did he shuffle? He chose to shuffle. Okay. So we take plenty of damage here. Yeah, he's got this game. Didn't draw a resource. Kind of agreed to keep on my end, but did not expect turn 1 Black Lotus into Talrand into counter spells. Okay. So we could bring in the Null Rod, though I don't think it's that good for us. There's nothing really I want to bring in. I could bring in Sorin instead of what? Bone Shredder? No, I want Bone Shredder. I think we did have Wildfire as an option. I think I'm gonna take out the Lodestone Golem and put in Sorin. I think that seems like a good place to go. Everything else seems okay. Again, Lotus is good. Hard to beat Lotus. Can't say much more than that. Props to him for drafting it. We didn't get to any of the broken cards. This hand has Riftwing on 2. If we draw a black source, we can get there. I think I'm just gonna keep this. Kind of greedy again, but we have so many good ways to do it. I'm playing the Academy Ruins because if he plays Strip Mine, I don't want him to Strip Mine my Tundra. Lotus? No, Ancestral Visions. Okay. That's not a bad one. Bone Shredder. Definitely just want to draw a black source now. Or lands in general. Let's just yield till end of turn, let him do his stuff. Would love to draw a black source. Or a land. Either one would be a good draw. Okay, well we got the land at least. Playing around Mana Drain, I suppose. One more land and we can Gifts Ungiven, and that'll probably win us the game. So that's all we want. Ashiok. Can't cast it. Oh man. So close. So we're going to get a Riftwing Cloudscape. We're going to bounce one of his lands at least. Or whatever he chooses to cast. Urborg would be a great draw. Let's see if he's just going to counter this Cloudscape. I have the odd feeling that this Cloudscape's going to get mana drained. He's played Draco the entire game thus far. Okay, cast. And here comes the counterspell. Memory Ops, sure. So it brutalizes us because we missed our land. I just suspend it again since I'm not doing anything else with my mana. Just looking for a black source now of some sort. Gets Ancestral. Hopefully he just tries to cast something and doesn't just play Drago. Unfortunately. Well, there's the swamp that we kind of need. The question is, what does he do? Because he has 8 cards in hand, and if he just passes, it's not the best for us. Mesmeric Fiend, sure. So I think we lose our Gifts Ungiven, I suppose. I'm almost sure we lose our Gifts Ungiven. He could take Entomb. Again, when our Cloudscape comes in, we can hopefully just bounce the Fiend, and that'll take care of what we need to do. This is you know, a very poor situation to be in, like usual. Color Screw, which with our decent mana base, he takes our Imperial Seal, which is also fine. You know, tutors tend to do that. Now the question is, does he leave up mana for Gifts Ungiven, like the counter, or is he just tapping at Sword of Feast and Famine? Well, that does allow us to reanimate if we should so choose, because we get to discard at will what we want. Arid Mesa. Okay, well, so I can play a Sorin, which is not going to do anything. So I think I'm going to crack this Mesa. I don't think I have a black fetch, as far as I'm aware. I think it's just Volcanic, yeah. We'll take the Volcanic, though. And cast Gifts Ungiven while he is tapped out. And now let's think. Because we could just get Unburial Rites and reanimate target. We could get, like, if he gives us 2 creatures, we can just start discarding them. So I think I definitely want to get Unburial Rites, Inkwell Leviathan, and then I can get what? Dak Faden. And like I want to think of like what's the worst cards he could give us. I want Unburial Rites and a Fatty, because if he gives the Fatty in our hand, we just discard it to the sword. I think I want Thoughtseize too, though we don't have a black source. So I think it might be Inkwell Leviathan, Unburial Rites, Swamp, Isolated Chapel, perhaps. Then he'll give us Inkwell Leviathan, Unburial Rites, and that's bad, because then we can't cast anything again. We could get Swamp, Isolated Chapel, Rakdos Signet. Then we could get Urborg, Swamp. If we go for those 2 and Isolated Chapel, then we definitely get something. So we get those 3 plus Unburial Rites, because then we can just Entomb. I think that's how I want it. So Isolated Chapel, Swamp, Urborg, Unburial Rites. And that way we at least get to hit our lands for the rest of the game. We could cast our black source and Entomb. We have to be worried about the counter spells that he probably has. So he chose to give us Swamp and Burial Rites. Okay. And we already played our land for the turn, so we can't entomb this turn, but that's fine. So depending what he does, depends on what I do. Yeah, he's going to equip and then attack us for 3 and have us discard. We probably just discard this on Burial Rites. Unfortunately, Bone Shredder hits non-black, so we couldn't, deal with the Mesmeric Fiend this turn. Though our Riftwing Cloudscape comes off suspend in 2 turns, so we'll be able to bounce the Fiend then and try and set something up. He's going to cast a Tolerant, sure. I'm just going to discard on Burial Rites here. Now my guess is he's going to just try and pass because he has Counterspell mana up. This is unfortunately a very bad matchup for us when they're able to get ahead. Augur Bolus, sure. He has to reveal, though, if he hits an instant or sorcery. Let's see, what does he get? Impulse. Look at the top 4, put 1 in your hand. Yep, okay. So we have Riftwing. Now the question is, what do we do? He has 4 mana up, which is unfortunately not the time when I want to cast Entomb on Burial Rites and just go for it. I'm looking for another red source so I could cast Wildfire as well. Because I think Wildfire might get him good if we can force the counter spell. Okay, well, we drew another black source. So we could Entomb. We could try to cast Ashiok. We can just go for it. The question is, like, is going for it going to be good enough? Because I have the odd feeling he's just sitting on counter spells. And if we don't go for it, he's just going to attack us again, and we're not going to be able to do anything. So let's see if he wants to force the issue here. Clearly he has something, because look at how he's thinking, which makes us sad. It resolves. Okay. I believe we take Inkwell. Now, the question is, do we go for the Reanimate? And the answer is no guts, no glory. If he has the counterspell, we can't win. But again, no guts, no glory. There it is. There's the cryptic command. Concede, you win, sir. Yeah. Not much we could do about that. A little bit rough. Hopefully we have better luck